Hey, what's going on, Jam fam? So recently I did a video on the Supercell Make campaign that's running right now. Basically the hero and villain skins for the 6 different brawlers. And in that video, all I did was look at non-finalist skins and voted on them because I was trying to just help people get over the qualifying hump. That way Supercell could actually look at their skin and consider them to be added in-game. Well, today Supercell actually announced what skins they were picking to end up being as finalists, so we can actually vote on these skins in-game. There's 24 of them, 4 per brawler. And my original plan for this video was to actually go to the site and look at the skins that actually qualified. Unfortunately, it's impossible to find them because there's just a huge hodgepodge of skins, and you would think that Supercell would pin the ones that like people want to vote on at the top, but they don't do that, unfortunately. So you can't find them in here and actually look at the entry themselves. The only thing you can really do is go into the game and look at this little model that they give you. So the best I could do is look at this little model and give you guys my opinion on them and tell you which ones I'm voting for. So that's what we're going to do today. All right, so we'll just start at the top with Chuck. Now, Chuck is a brawler I don't really play all that much, so I don't really care exactly which one wins here because I'm probably not going to buy it anyway, if I'm totally honest, but let's just take a look at what we got. Starting off with this octopus-looking one right here. So this one, I don't really know how I feel about it. I do like the octopus vibe to it. I really like how the cart is like a giant octopus, and it could have some like interesting movement in-game, but I'm not a big fan of the light green coloring for some reason, and the mind eye is kind of like unnecessary in my opinion, so I don't know if I'm going to vote for that one. Next up, we got this electric cart looking one. It kind of looks like he's in a drill, but you can't really tell because it's only 2D and you don't get any side profiles. I really wish they would have let us look at the actual entries on the actual website, but whatever. Anyway, he's got a Tesla coil on the back, which kind of looks a little bit interesting. Could do some cool stuff with like Tesla coils being the post for Chuck here, and on top of that, you know, you could have like electric bolts shooting out and stuff. That could be interesting, I think. This one, I don't really care for too much. It does have that purple edgy vibe that people do tend to enjoy, so I think that's kind of what they were going for. Plus, it's got the skulls and stuff, but I don't know what else you would do with this other than just like throw out like skull posts or whatever. I don't think it would be that interesting. And this one just looks super bland to me. So honestly, I think I'm going to vote for this one right here. I think this is the better of the 4 Chuck skins in my opinion. All right, next up, let's look at the 4 Carl skins. First off, this Carl skin right here, I really like the Captain Underpants vibes this gives. Obviously, he's got underpants on his little legs. He's wearing a box for a helmet. I think that's really cool. Still has his signature goggles. I think that's perfectly fine. And then he's got like a little rubber mallet. I think that's pretty cool too as well. This one looks like it's a little electric themed. Got 2 little battery posts on the top of his head. He's got like a blue coloring, which I do think is a bit interesting. Most people leave Carl as a gray color. So I do like that he's like, his like metal body has actually changed, not just like his outfit and his cart. His cart, speaking of which, has an electric bolt on it and it's purple. It's probably gonna hover around. Could be a little interesting. All right, so this one kind of reminds me of Mega Beetle B, not gonna lie. He's definitely got that beetle horn right at the top. He's definitely got like a little, his cart kind of looks like a bit of a beetle as well. They changed his hammer into a boomerang. Sorry, it's a pickaxe. They changed his pickaxe into like a boomerang looking thing. Then on top of that, he's also got that purple vibe that people do look for. I don't hate it. I think that one's okay. All right, next up, we got this skin right here. Now, this one kind of gives me like a Mad Max type of vibe. It is a little bit interesting. It kind of reminds me of that one Cordelia skin, but not exactly the same thing. But all the same, it does kind of give me like Raider, like post-apocalyptic type vibes. As far as this cart, they changed it into a bit of a tank with a plow on the front of it. I think that's pretty cool. I think it could leave like cool tracks behind as it's going through a map or whatever. Overall, this skin is okay. I wouldn't hate if this one won, but honestly, I think I'm going to go with the Captain Underpants one. I think that one's funny, and I kind of want to vote for it just for the memes, so we're going to go with that one. All right, next up, let's take a look at Sam's. Now, Sam is a brawler I do like to play a lot, and I will probably pick up the skin depending on which one wins. So let's just take a look and see what we got. So first off, we're going to take a look at this one right here. Honestly, I don't know what exactly we're going for here. It kind of just looks like Sam, but a little bit more hairy. See, this is why they need to link it in, like, or like pin them in the Supercell Make page, because how am I supposed to know what the vibe for this skin is? I can't really tell. All I'm looking at is the coloring here. Like, how is this supposed to sell the skin to me? So I'm not voting for that one. I don't even know what they're going for here. Next up, we got this Flame Sam. This one kind of reminds me of Endeavor from My Hero. Obviously, he doesn't have the blue like suit, but like the way the flames come off his chest and now he's got like a flame mustache kind of reminds me of Endeavor, so I do like that a little bit. Overall, I do like this one a lot. I think that one's pretty cool. Plus, I really like fire-themed things for some reason. Just one of my things. Electric and fire, I will simp for. All right, next up, we got this Sam skin right here. Now, I don't exactly know what the theme of this skin actually was. I don't know what their actual inspiration was, but to me, this one screams Doctor Strange. That could just be me. I don't know about you guys. Basically, the red cape with the giant collar, that is got Doctor Strange written all over it. He's got the gray streak in his hair right at the top, which I do like. I think that was a nice touch. And then he's also got the rings for gloves. Now, Doctor Strange doesn't actually have rings on his hands, but it does scream like a magical type of thing to me. So I wouldn't be shocked if Doctor Strange was the inspiration for this skin. I think it looks all right. I could vote for this skin, but I don't think I'm leaning towards it right now. All right, and then our last one is going to be this one. Now, this one kind of screams Captain America to me, but it's like loosely enough to the point where like it's not exactly Captain America. He's got the red, white, and blue on him, but the red is more like a pinkish color and the blue is a lot more like light than actual like American flag. So then it's not exactly Captain America. I do like the cape over his one shoulder. I think that is a nice touch. I think that adds a little bit of flair to the skin. But other than that, I don't think the skin's got a ton going for it. It is interesting, and I wouldn't hate it if it won, but I don't think I'm going to vote for it. So I think my Sam skin is going to be this one because, A, like I said, I simp for like fire-themed things, so I think that's pretty cool. And then on top of that, I kind of got the idea that it was supposed to be an Endeavor skin. I don't know if exactly that's what they were going for, but that's what I got from it, so that's what I'm voting for. All right, next up, we got Janet. So let's take a look at these Janet skins. This one right here kind of gives me Falcon vibes. Got that electronic look. It's got those fake looking wings. Not really vibing with that one too much, not gonna lie. All right, next up, we got this skin right here. It does give me very similar vibes to this one, I'm not gonna lie, but this one looks a little more angular. The wings are a little bit wider and they go up. She actually has a gun, which I think is a nice touch, and I really like the coloring of this skin a little bit more. It's got the red with the white, and then there's a little bit of black accents as well. I think that is a bit of a nice touch. Overall, I think between these two, I think I would vote for this one, but we have two more skins to look at. All right, next up, let's take a look at this skin. She's got the pink skin, she's got like a black suit with a little bit of blue accents, and she's got a gun. Honestly, I don't know what the theme was here, and without seeing the effects and stuff like that, I really can't say that I like this skin. It's just kind of whatever. It does very much remind me of like what you would see on like the Chinese Brawl server. Maybe that's what they were going for here, or maybe they were trying to give us a little extra flair in the skins, so maybe that's the idea. And then we got this one. Now, this one is fire themed. It does kind of remind me of like Ferris from Overwatch. I don't know why, but just the way the suit looks and the way the flames come off it, it just reminds me of Ferris a little bit. I mean, I really like fire themes, and I could vote for this one very easily. I like the coloring, all that stuff. I think it's a very nice looking skin. Honestly, I think I'm going to vote for this skin because A, I already voted for the Sam skin that is fire themed, and B, I think this one just looks a little bit better than this one, if I'm totally honest. Like, I kind of like this theme a little bit better. Even though I do like fire things, like I said, I think this one's going to be my vote right here. All right, next up, we got Buster. Now, Buster seems to have a theme right here of just like robotic looking skins, but let's take a look at each one. So this one, it's got like blue skin with some greenish and grayish coloring on the clothes. I don't know if I love it. I think it's fine, but I don't think I'm vibing with it too much. Let's look at skin number 4. Skin number 4 is purple with a little bit of gold accents on it. I do like how the gun actually looks. I like how it's kind of like a ray gun looking thing. I think that's a bit interesting. The hair is okay. It's not Buster's typical hair. Like this one kind of just kept Buster's hair normal. This one kind of changed it up a bit. I do think that's a bit interesting. And then I like how the sunglasses, I don't know if this is intentional, but the sunglasses look like they're cracked. I think that's a nice touch. Adds a little bit of flair to the skin. So I do like this one quite a bit. Next up, let's talk about this skin. This one kind of reminds me of like the Terminator. Not exactly, because obviously like the Terminator is not like a dude in a suit. I don't know why, but it gives me Terminator vibes. Other than that, he's got the bandana tied around his head. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's a nice touch. He's got the typical Buster hair like we already mentioned. That's kind of whatever. The gloves and the shoulder pads are like metal looking. I think that's pretty cool. Other than that, the skin kind of doesn't do much for me, if I'm totally honest. And then this skin right here, it kind of gives me RoboCop vibes. I've never been a big RoboCop guy. It's kind of whatever to me. You know, it's only got the chin as like exposed skin. Everything else is like metal or under a suit. So there's that. And then the gun is kind of just more metal and stuff. Overall, I don't think this skin does a lot for me because it's basically just one color and that's it. I'm gonna vote for this skin, I think. I think this skin is the most interesting design-wise, in my opinion. I think it does the most with like the coloring and stuff like that. Plus, it's edgy and purple, and that's always cool. So Grom's got this skin right here. It's purple with a little bit of white and gold. I do like the gold accents. I think that's pretty cool. The white hood, I don't know if I love it. Maybe if it was black, it would look a little bit more interesting. Maybe if they just continued on with the purple, maybe that would be nice. Right now, the white just looks a little weird in my opinion. Other than that, it looks like he's going to throw out like timepieces, just judging by that weapon right there. Overall, this skin is fine, but I do feel like people are going to hate on it because of the purpleness of the skin, just because we have so many edgy purple skins. This definitely qualifies for that. All right, so next up, we got this one right here on the right-hand side. This one definitely looks like a Juggernaut theme, like the Juggernaut from X-Men, if you don't know what I'm talking about. Oh! That's definitely the vibes I'm getting from here. He's got the chain ball on him. He's got the, like, lid for a helmet. That way he can, like, bash his head into walls or whatever. And then he's just got, like, general chains and stuff around his arms. Overall, I think this skin's somewhat okay. I think it's all right. I wouldn't hate if this one ended up winning. All right, next up, we got this one right here. I don't exactly know, again, what this theme is supposed to be. They didn't tell us the names of any of this stuff. They didn't tell us, like, anything about the skins. All we get to see is this 2D picture. I hate the way they've done this, but just judging from the skin, it looks like it's supposed to be, like, a medieval knight type of thing. He's got red armor with some bluish coloring, and it looks like the hood is supposed to be purple. There's also looks like there's supposed to be some gold accents. I think that's pretty cool. I'm a sucker for gold accents and skins. So I really like the way this skin looks. I really like the coloring and the armor and all that stuff. I think this one is pretty interesting, but it's so hard to tell like what that effect is supposed to actually be that it makes it hard to want to vote for it. And then next up, this one right here. This one kind of gives me Deadshot vibes from DC. Maybe not, because it does have wings on the shoulder pads and stuff like that. Other than that, though, I do kind of like the coloring. I like the orange and the blue. Those are nice colors that go together quite well. I like how the mask is also flipped. It's got an orange side and a black side, and one of the eyes on the black side is closed, so I think that's pretty cool. He's also got like a chain belt with a G in the middle. I think that's a nice touch right there for like a little bit more accent. So if I'm totally honest, I'm going between these two skins, but I do feel like people are going to hate on this skin quite a bit. And I don't know if it's the one that I want to vote for, because I also did vote for an edgy purple skin up here. You know what? For a little bit of diversity, I'm going to vote for this skin. Although I could easily have voted for this one, I'm going to submit on this skin right here. So there you go. There's what I voted for the Supercell Make campaign. Remember, if you want to vote by yourself, make sure you just go to your homepage, make sure you hit the news tab, and you click on the link on the right-hand side. That'll pull up your voting tab, and you can vote from here. So make sure you vote. Make sure you pick the skins that you like. Let me know which one is your favorite. Let me know which one you want to see in-game the most. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed my rambling, make sure you leave a like on the video. And if you're new, consider dropping a sub as well. But that's going to do it for today. I want to thank you guys for watching again, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace.